Hi Collective, how y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. Happy Tuesday. That's if you're seeing this on Tuesday, of course. I hope you're having a great day so far. If not, it's going to get a whole lot better. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to do a love energy check-in. This may be a shorter message today. Yeah, it's just not really giving the regular vibe today. I'm not going to really get into why, but I still wanted to leave y'all with something. Keep in mind, though, since these are collective messages, some things may resonate with you, some things may not resonate. Everything could resonate or nothing. Just take what does resonate and leave the rest, okay? If you are interested in getting a personal reading, the link for that is going to be in the description box below, along with the Amazon wish list. Just to clarify for y'all for that, I believe when you buy stuff off the Amazon wish list, it's still going to go to your cart, like as if you were going to buy it. But when it checks out or get close to checkout, it's supposed to have, I don't know if it shows y'all the address or not, but I put to where whatever you buy comes to me, even though it might go through your cart. I'm not 100% sure how it's set up because I don't remember. It's been a while since I bought something off somebody's Amazon wish list, but I hope that kind of helped to clarify that a little bit. But I'll go ahead and get into the message. I didn't even roll a blunt, so that's how I know today just not. Okay. So I just get a vibe that y'all are feeling like it's time. Like maybe you feel like you've given somebody time, or you feel like you've been kind of waiting on someone or something to come into fruition. Like you feel like you've been in cycles and that a lot of time has passed. Y'all are, maybe something about time right now is really important. Maybe y'all are looking at the time frame that you've been going in cycles with somebody, possibly. You've been in the energy of trying to focus on yourself, trying to stay focused on you and your personal growth and nourishing and pouring into yourself. That's really what it's giving for y'all. Some of y'all just feeling like it may be time for you to release somebody and move on. But that's where the conflict comes in for you, collective. I feel like a part of you is clashing because you want to make up with this person. It's like you want to make peace with them. Because I feel like you really like intimacy with this person, or you've bonded with this person in a certain way that I don't feel like you kind of want to let go of. You want to make peace with them, but you may feel like somebody is too prideful. You might be viewing somebody as very arrogant or stubborn. I don't know. I do feel like you want to give somebody a second chance. I get the energy of you wanting to give somebody an opportunity to make amends with you, but you're viewing them as somebody that's stubborn and prideful. I want to try to get a little bit more into that really quick before we start yapping about your person. Let me see. Give me a few cards here to go with how the collective is feeling towards the person. So let me see. Let me get a little bit more about that. How's the collective feeling towards this person? These new, I'm using my new cards. They're a little slippery. So I got the card Let It Go. So it's kind of, this is the second card we are talking about letting go. Y'all want to let this person go. Maybe y'all feel like they deserve for you to let them go. Some of y'all may feel like whenever somebody comes around that they're love bombing you, or like they do certain things, or they do a lot at the beginning and then they disappear. Some of y'all feel like somebody doesn't have much to offer you versus like only a situationship, because I do have a card here about that. It's a lot of mixed signals with you and this person. That's how you're feeling, collective. Some of y'all have questioned, like, kind of like, what are we? What is this? Where is this going? That's why I said a lot of y'all, that's why I'm something about time. So maybe some of y'all wasn't trying to be in a situationship, and you looked up and a lot of time passed and you were kind of still in the same place. Like, you and this person are more than friends. Like, it's not platonic, but y'all aren't together. So it's kind of weird. A lot of things are not clear with you and this person. And I think that's something else that y'all, that's playing a part in why you feel like you need to let this person go. Yeah, breadcrumbs. You feel like this person gives you just enough to keep you around. That's why that I have an energy here of that love bombing. Y'all feel like this person will come in and they'll do certain things. But then it kind of dwindles out. Like, they don't keep the same energy. Y'all are viewing that as them doing just enough to keep you from leaving. So y'all are feeling like y'all really might need to let them go, because some of y'all are feeling like you're giving someone time to come around to the connection. Some of y'all are wondering if this person has like a hidden agenda. Like, you're like, what is your intentions here? Like, so even if they come around and they're nice to you and they try to make up with you, some of y'all may feel like this person may be trying to manipulate you or something, or that they have some type of secret intentions because of the energy of love bombing. You like, okay, so what does this mean? Some of y'all, this person be like, they be DMing you or like texting you. I feel like you don't know. Some of y'all are questioning whether you can trust this person or not. Some of y'all view this person as two-faced. Damn. You said they say one thing, but they do something else. So some of y'all, maybe this person, you question their loyalty. You don't know if you can trust this person. So this is a lot. When they're being kind to you, you don't know if it's fake. You don't know if they have hidden agenda. Like, I don't like that y'all feel this way, but this is how y'all feel. That's why you're conflicted, because you don't know if this is somebody that's for you. I just seen the card Toxic Love. You don't know if this is something that's toxic or not. I feel like y'all have questions about it. You go back and forth. So if you guys feel that way, why do you feel like you want to give him a second chance? I would like to know that. Why do y'all want to give him a second chance? Or why is it even a thought to do it if you feel that way? I would just like to know. So some of y'all, I got the card Soul Contracts. Spiritual agreements destined to meet, fated connection. So that, and then closure. I got another card talking about letting go. So some of y'all are really at a point where y'all trying to let this person go. Some of y'all are starting to, I think it's kind of like y'all going back and forth on whether or not this is like an actual soulmate, or if this is like somebody that's a lesson, like a karmic lesson, and you're just supposed to be letting this person go. So some of y'all are viewing this person as a lesson, but I feel like there's some type of strong soul connection here between you and this person that you feel, but you don't know if this is like I said, just somebody that's teaching you a lesson. Okay, we'll get off you for a second. Your person. This person is doing a lot of reminiscing about you. They have a lot of memories Um, that's how I know this person is not around you. It just seems like they're doing a lot of thinking about what things used to be. There's somebody that's stuck in the past in that aspect because they don't have you in the present. All they can do is reminisce about the chemistry that y'all have, the passion, like intimate moments and things like that. I mean, I feel like both of y'all appreciate that energy from what I'm picking up so far, but this person seems to be very bored in their reality. Their life seems to be kind of empty, like dull. So I don't feel like they have much going on, and if they do, it's not really anything that's keeping them content because they're sitting here getting their satisfaction or whatever you want to call it. They're getting their satisfaction from thoughts of you, from thoughts of you guys in the past. I feel like this person, they want a new beginning with you. They want to do over, they want to start over. But I feel like this person has issues with intimacy, which is funny enough because you brought up intimacy in your feelings, but it seems like when you and this person get close or like when they feel the most vulnerable, first of all, I have a card here, soulmates. This person has deep love for you. This person feels heavily connected to you. It seems like when you guys connect the most or the hardest, that's when their heart starts to feel open. And it's like kind of like it's kind of feeling like somebody starts to feel like they're in love or they're feeling feelings of love. And that's when they start to close off. I don't think there's somebody that knows how to deal with their emotions in a healthy way, because it seems like when they start to feel the emotions, it goes through a range. Like first they're feeling very like receptive and open-hearted to it. And then once they catch themselves feeling that energy, it just becomes chaos. Like that's when all the negativity starts kicking in. Maybe this person has issues with trust around their heart, or maybe I don't know, because it seems like they run off every time it gets there. A part of me feels like when this person starts to feel like they're in love, they may not feel like they're in control of their emotions. Maybe they feel like that other, like people that they fall in love for, like in this connection or, in this instance, that would give them too much control because they don't even have control over their own emotions. So because they don't want to look like a fool or look crazy or look emotionally immature, which I feel like they kind of are, they rather run from the problem. And to you, it just might be confusing. That's why, see, I guess this kind of explains a little bit of their love bombing. It's still kind of confusing to me, but we're going to try to unpack it. But it just seems like, and I've said this in some of my readings before, like if somebody just straight love bombing you, then that's just what that is, right? Y'all feel that way. And I feel like that is what happens. It's kind of telling me why this person, I don't think that they don't mean or whatever they're feeling for you is not genuine. It just seems like because they feel they have a lack of control over themselves. They can't regulate their emotions. So they rather not deal with it. That's when you start getting ghosted and not responded to. They reading your messages, not responding, leaving you hanging, just going silent or ignoring you out of nowhere because they can't really explain what they dealing with themselves. So this does come across very toxic, and I understand why y'all feel love bombed by this person. This person definitely has made some mistakes with you in this connection. I just feel like they got a lot of negativity attached to them. Like how they think. It's their mindset. Some of y'all person might have some anger issues. Also, somebody might feel, I don't know, this person might feel understood. Like it's something about them trying to explain, thinking about explaining themselves to you or trying to help you understand them. But a part of them might feel like certain things you wouldn't, or I can't even say that you wouldn't understand, just right now that it's certain things about them that you might don't understand, like the way that they move and things like that. I'm trying to figure out what is it though. Because they honestly seem kind of lost themselves. Because how they going to explain this to you and they can't even fully explain it to themselves? This person is coming across as somebody that's kind of lost. Like a lost soul trying to find themselves, trying to figure things out. They definitely, this person got an issue. Like they repeat patterns. Like they have certain patterns that they have and they repeat. So I feel like what they're doing to you, they've done this before. Y'all may have done this whole thing before. Some of y'all may have encountered this person in a past life and y'all are like living this shit out again. And this person might be making the same mistakes. This person got some type of negative, pessimistic thoughts around tapping into their emotions. They don't want to feel resentment or like they're regretting opening up or regretting giving this a shot. It's something here about control as well. Like this person don't feel like they have control over their emotions, so they don't want to necessarily give it to you. This person they got a lot of growing that they're working on and needing to get through, because this is kind of weird. Let me get a few of these right here. Give me some of these for how this person feels for the collective. I feel like something in my eye. There you go. This person want to be like, they want to be up under you. That's one of the main things they're thinking about. But I'm feeling like this person is feeling a sense of urgency when it comes to you. It's certain things about this connection. I feel like it's their feelings because they're heavily affected by you. They can't really ignore. Spirit might have sent this person some sort of wake-up call where they gain clarity on what they need to do. Some of y'all, two things. So they are kind of addressing the ghosting. I get the vibe this person, like if they have ghosted you or left your message on read, they probably sat there and stared at that shit and wanted to reply. Or they've typed up replies, but I told you it's something about them trying to explain themselves. I get a vibe. It's like they don't want you to really see them for real, because if they explain how they really feel or whatever it was that you last said, if they had replied, maybe they'll feel like that'll make them vulnerable, and they don't want to be. They didn't want to be vulnerable. This somebody that be doing some flexing, pretending that things are a lot better in their life than it really is. Oh my goodness, I don't really like this, but some of y'all person might be one of those people that does flexing in their own way. So they might be the type of person to post money or possessions, like posting it to make people feel like they have certain things. That's not really attractive to me. But yeah, somebody might have goals. What they call them, slugs, where you have them right there. Somebody might have that. Uh, somebody might even be, ooh, why they get, I'm trying to be serious. But I guess somebody might be wearing a fake chain. Or they might be wearing somebody else's chain. Ew, that is very, like, ew. I hope that don't resonate. If it do, this person needs to let that shit go. Immediately. Give me something else for how this person feels towards the collective. Okay, period. So, if this person is going through something in regard to their finances, and I feel like also in regard to you, this person wants to make a recovery. They want to bounce back. They don't want to be kept down. So I feel like there's somebody that is kind of resilient. So if they are going through some shit, you know, they're going to bounce back. But damn, the flexing, I hope that ain't going to be for everybody, because I know everybody's not into that type of shit. But for somebody specific, somebody's person does that shit that I just said. But even down to flexing for some of y'all, if your person ain't with all that money and goals and they not into all that, the flexing just could be in some way pretending that things are fine in their life, and it's kind of exaggerated, and that's not the actual case. They're gaslighting people. Something about their reality is distorted. It's just not what it seems. And when I think that that's something that this person may want to try to explain to you, because they feel like something that you don't understand. But the only way you're going to understand it is if they tell you. And when they think about telling you, some of y'all, they have already thought this through more than once about telling you this or like explaining this to you. But y'all know this person got pride. Y'all know they're arrogant and stubborn. Y'all already said that. Ego is an issue, but that's a part of it, I feel like. They get so anxious with thinking about explaining themselves and making themselves vulnerable, showing the real them to you. I feel like this person wants to, but then it'll kind of contradict the image that they've been putting up. They're like, but I've been saying I've been fine, and I've been saying that everything is cool. And if I explain or reply to the collective whatever y'all was talking about, it seemed like that's the only way. Whatever the conversation was about, it just seems like in order for them to reply to you, they would have to explain themselves, which I feel like they want to, because they seem heavily affected by it. But it seems like that would expose something about them that they might don't want you to see. This person is very distorted right now. Plastic smiles. Fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends in name only. I'm not even really so much worried about the words here. It's the plastic smiles in the picture itself. But like, yeah, I told y'all this person, things are not what they seem with them. I don't know what the fuck they really have going on. They trying to bounce back from some things. They also trying to bounce back when it comes to you. You want to give me something here for that? That's too many cards. I ain't even looking to see what it was. Oh, they ready for me to get into the middle section. I guess I'm gonna move on. Okay, because the card I just pulled is Mirror, Mirror. The card says facing yourself in others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you. So in some kind of way, you may have reflected this person's behavior back to them. and they might not have appreciated what they saw, but it helped them to see how they are making you feel or how they making other people feel. But that's sometimes how life be. You will be a certain way doing certain things, and you don't understand how it feels until somebody makes you feel that way. In some kind of way, a way that this person made you feel, they're feeling that shit. In some kind of way, something that you did, whether intentional or not, reflected their behavior back to them or made them go look in the mirror. But the mirror is making me think about, like I said, being a reflection, sharing feelings, which I was going to get into that anyway, because I feel like there's some underlying mutual energy between you and this person. It's like both of y'all may not notice, but both of y'all are literally both longing for each other. Both of y'all been daydreaming and fantasizing about each other. Some of y'all could be twin flame. You know, I don't get into that much, but I may acknowledge that I see it here. But I feel like both of y'all want each other. But there's a feeling of hopelessness between both of y'all. There's an energy of y'all both feeling kind of exhausted with this journey. Like, in a way, it seemed like this shit kind of been taking both of y'all through there. The long journey, like, you started out the readings bringing up time being very important. You looking at how much time have passed. You looking at the cycles that you went in. You feeling like you've given somebody a lot of time. So you're starting to feel that exhausted feeling. This person is also feeling exhausted as well. They feeling hopeless when it comes to you in a way. A part of them feel like their hands are tied. This person is feeling very cautious, like afraid to move towards you. Give me some cards on these shared feelings. Maybe this ain't the best deck for this right now. I'll get these back in a second. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. You want to elaborate on this hopeless feeling that they both feeling? Cause I feel like both of y'all both feel like y'all kind of tired. Like, y'all tired of this journey. It's a lot. Maybe y'all didn't expect this to be as much work as it ended up being. I feel like in a way, both of y'all kind of underestimated. Like, y'all looked at this person, like both of y'all looked at each other when y'all started talking and kind of thought that this was going to be something a whole lot simpler than what it was. And the journey ended up being way longer than what y'all expected mutually. And some of y'all both came, like y'all both came into it with one mindset. I don't feel like both of y'all did not come into this situation expecting to feel the way that y'all feel about each other. Because it's something here that kind of keeps y'all holding on to each other. But then also wanting to let go. The person is not necessarily feeling like they want to let go. They just feeling kind of hopeless about some things. But I don't think that they're really hopeless. They just got a negative ass mind and they running from owning up to something or just being honest completely. They leaving your messages on read. Sometimes it could be just to give you a silent treatment, you know, if y'all having a little petty back and forth, because I do get the vibe this person could do that. But I feel like if something bigger has happened and there was a discussion where you feel like this person left you hanging, didn't give you clarity, they ghosted you. It seemed like they ghosted you because they couldn't fully tell you or be honest, because they wanted things to appear like you wasn't wrong. Pride. Because really, that's what it all boils down to. If they wasn't so prideful, they could have just told you whatever it is that they need to tell you about whatever they feeling misunderstood about. Because it's something here that they feeling like kind of a victim. Like they did something to you, even like the ghosting, that could be what they did, and didn't want to, they avoided having a certain conversation. But the reason why they don't want to have a conversation is just because they don't want to look a certain way or be vulnerable, because they already have put out a certain image of themselves. So they feel like if they say how they really feel, it's kind of like they retracting it. That's why I got that flexing energy. That's why I'm like, everybody might not resonate with the chains and the money and all that. The flexing is just like the plastic smiles, pretending that things are fine in your life, and it's not. That's not the case. And some of them don't want to be honest with y'all about that. So really, it's not that it's nothing that they can do. It's something they can do. They just afraid. This person has got a lot of shadow work that they're doing right now. They're having to face their fears, face themselves. I told you that looking in the mirror shit, whatever they seeing when they looking in the mirror, it's not pretty. It's kind of scaring them a little bit, or got them looking at themselves like, no, that's not me. Like, you don't, it's like because it's so ugly, whatever they see, and they don't want to claim it. Like, no, that's not me. Or no, I got my reasons. Like, no, it looked like this because that. This is a part of the cleanse. This is a part of the cleanse. Getting rid of these things that are limiting you, things that are negative, that mindset that they have. This person is also seeming very insecure emotionally about this person, whether you know it or not. They got a lot of doubt, self-worth issues. Oh, a lot of it might have to do with their money, what they have going on. So some of y'all, that flexing shit definitely resonates. Even if they don't post money per se, they make it seem like they might have more than what they do, or their life is grand, it's good, it's cool. That's not the case. They behind the scenes, they looking like shit turned, like, oh, we live. They might be partying. Some of y'all, they might be partying, but, or at least trying to appear that way. But I see the main thing, it ain't even partying, most of y'all. It's somebody, it might be like somebody might be a smoker, heavy smoker. They might do some type of drug, alcohol, hell, even sex, something to numb their feelings, and it's not working. This person just does irrational shit, and that's why I'm like, they have to cleanse their energy of all of this. You've done your part. You mirrored back this person's behavior to them, or you forced that mirror up against somebody. Like, you forced them to look at themselves. And like I said, they don't like what they seeing back. That's why I say they need to cleanse themselves. What actions do we have next coming from this person? Or at least for right now. Towards the collective. We already talked about that. I just got damn near the same card in a different deck. Memories. They talking about memories. Keep revisiting the past. What about right now? Besides that, is there any other actions besides reminiscing? That doesn't have anything to do with what I asked. Let me see, what's that? Y'all person going through spiritual awakening. They doing shadow work right now. So I don't see them doing a whole lot. they still in that energy of like escapism. At least today, that's what it's giving. They still trying to be this macho, masculine person. Like, it's not even giving. And it's weird because this person feels like you're irreplaceable. They don't feel like they will find another you. They feel like you're super important. But they even acknowledge that they need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. But brick wall. This person is very guarded. I kind of picked that up earlier. They was afraid. This somebody that's very hard to get through to. They not easy to deal with. I see why y'all feel like y'all want to let this person go. For today, I say let this person be. They having a lot of sexual thoughts. I'm not going to lie about that. They've been thinking about that shit a lot. But I'm not getting the vibe that they're going to try to contact you and have sex with you or nothing like that today. No, it's not giving that. But what I do get from this person is that they're going through a lot spiritually. Some of y'all definitely financially. Just within themselves. Like they trying to figure themselves out because they kind of lost. And honestly, if y'all haven't been through a spiritual awakening, this sounds like people think a spiritual awakening just looks like. People think a spiritual awakening just looks like this. That's one piece of it. Shit get ugly in this bitch. Okay? Shit gets ugly before it gets pretty. They already doing one step. Y'all kind of, I ain't gonna say forced them, but you kind of like set it off. Like, what's that word? I don't know. When y'all put that mirror up to somebody, it forced them to look at themselves. And whatever they saw when they looked at themselves, they didn't like that shit. But they're being forced to face that shit. It says accepting imperfections. This somebody, I don't think this person literally thinks they're perfect, but it's just something about the way they're seeing themselves. They didn't ever think of themselves in that way. They like, damn, like this me. This is somebody that probably knew they had toxic ways, but it was kind of like they probably downplayed it. They didn't think it was that, big of a deal. And now they're starting to realize how a lot of shit they're doing is toxic. Even the shit we talking about their mindset. And feeling trapped and shit. That's why I'm like that feeling trapped, that feeling of hopelessness. You feeling hopeless because you like, I don't know if I can get through to you. I don't know if, if we're going to be able to get past our differences. I don't know if you're going to just keep breadcrumbing me or actually step up. You feeling hopeless about this person doing more. They feeling hopeless about doing anything. Like, I don't know what I can do. Like, bro, you just don't understand. Well, I'm pretty sure you gave them chances to try to tell you, but they be leaving you on red, or they be not responding or not telling you what they really have to say. But I'll say this person really does. Some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I don't really get a karmic vibe off of this person. Meaning like, because y'all know how y'all be saying, I don't even like the word karmic at this point. But no, like, I feel where y'all coming from. I'm not gonna ignore what y'all saying this person was doing. I don't feel like this is a karmic person. It's just an unhealed version. This is somebody's divine masculine. The card is here. This somebody's divine masculine. Is just that they're still in their toxic era. They're in the stages before their spiritual growth. And it's like they're kind of going through that right now. Your person going through a spiritual awakening. This person's defense mechanism is closing themselves off, becoming that brick wall. When they get like that, when they get super hard with you and hard to get through, that's when their feelings are the strongest, believe it or not. When they act the coldest, that's when they feeling the most feelings for you. That's just how they feel like they have to protect themselves. That's that toxic masculine pride shit. Child. Let me get a few messages from here. We wrapping this up. From this person. Some of y'all, this is somebody that's definitely a part of your soul tribe. Like, you're just more evolved than this person. But you, like I said, you put that mirror up to them. So they've been forced to look at themselves right now. So yeah, and this somebody that, look, I just seen, I don't want to look weak, trying to save face. Yeah. What I just tell y'all, this is why they be leaving your messages on red or not saying nothing or disappearing when they love bombing, because they don't want to look weak. I feel like maybe not today. This person might not contact you today, because I'm not feeling that sense of urgency of like usual other days where they heavily like, I want to talk right now. Like, it's not giving it. They kind of brick walling me today, but they will contact you soon. Maybe not today, but soon. They going through phases where they be trying to ignore shit and they can't ignore stuff that's going on with them no more. They're being forced to face themselves, forced to face their feelings. They're having a lot of realizations about shit right now. Also, stuff that I've talked about recently in some of my other readings, how you're a very important person to this person. They don't feel like they can replace you. So it kind of forces them to make them feel like they have to step up because they don't want to lose you. And they damn sure don't want you talking to other people. Because I feel like this person be watching you and they be kind of paranoid. They watch you because they're paranoid. Because they trying to see what's going on with you. And that's kind of where that insecurity is coming from that I was feeling. They feel insecure about losing you, or about, it's like there's somebody that know they hadn't been treating you right. So they kind of know, like, I know somebody else could be doing better than what I'm doing right now. So that's why they keep an eye on you to see if somebody has taken a spot. They gonna have to step it up. But if they going through a spiritual awakening, I kind of understand that. Like, you gotta get through that. Somebody does have grills, like goals or a grill or something like that. I got the card, I'm ruled by my ego. I have an image to uphold, so I care how I'm viewed. I need validation. That is a part of why they don't be wanting to explain themselves to you. Not just because they don't feel like they have to. It's just kind of giving, like, the image that they are putting out to people, how they want to be seen. Them telling you the real that's going on with them kind of goes against that. So that pride be winning. That masculine pride. Y'all was not wrong. This person low-key feel like you're too good for them, honestly, if they was being real. I shuffled and keep seeing this card, you run a strict program. They feel like you strict. And I saw the card, you're not getting with the program. So whatever they was trying to do, you're not conforming to the bullshit. And you have boundaries, so they can't just do whatever they want here. So these are reasons why I feel like this person feels exhausted with this journey. But they feel like you taking them through there in their way because they're not getting their way. Things are being made kind of hard here. Like they really want this connection, but it's so hard. They're not used to having to do this much. So that's why they kind of feel depleted. A part of them, they feeling like they hopeless. Like even though they're not really hopeless, and they gonna end up doing something anyway. I can feel it. Just today, they feeling kind of hopeless because they want to be stubborn, acting like, oh, I can't do nothing. Like, man, like this is somebody that's playing the victim in their head. But it's kind of like they not really playing the victim no more. Like they tried to do that, but I can't. It's not giving it right now. Like they tried to play the victim, but like I said, that mirror is up. Nothing but the mirror. So you just have to see yourself. They see themselves right now. And because the fact that you don't like what you see, you have to do something about it. And I feel like that's what they're in the midst of doing. At least today, there might be something that they're struggling with. This person is missing you. They keep getting sexual, but they definitely miss you. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here because I feel like at this point, the message has already been out. I hope that this did something for y'all today. I tried, okay? But this is what I'm picking up. Make sure that y'all like the video, hype the video, of course, comment per usual, and subscribe if you are loving the content. And I will see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.